You may have noticed that the assault class's Automatico 1918 and the Sentry Kits Villar Perosa look strikingly similar, if not almost identical. You may have even wondered if the Villar Perosa is just two Automaticos strapped together. In a sense, it basically is. In fact, the Automatico 1918 was the result of trying to improve upon the Villar Perosa. Hello and welcome to the first episode of The Real History Of, a brand new web series here on YouTube where I take a look at the real figures and events that inspired the settings of popular video games. I'm your host Christopher, the video game historian, and on this debut episode, I'm going to take a look over the real history of the Villar Perosa Machine Gun. Designed and created in 1914 by famed Italian small arms designer Bessel Abid Ravelli, the Villar Perosa was adopted by the Italian army in 1915 and looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie. Sporting two identical machine guns held together by a plate in the front of the receiver and twin spade-style triggers in the back, the Villar Perosa, in looks, was made for aircrafts. It chambered a 9x19mm Glisenti round fed by two 25-round magazines that were top-loaded into each of the barrels. It weighed 6.5 kilograms and had a rate of fire of 1,200 to 1,500 rounds per minute per barrel. In essence, it could empty the magazines in less than a second. While this weapon seemed like it would be the perfect fit for an aircraft machine gun, it had a flaw to it that resulted it in being a failure up in the skies. Basically, what it fired was a standard pistol round, and was almost no different than the German 9x19mm Luger, with the exception of a weaker powder charge in the Glisenti. As planes became more and more robust throughout the war, the Glisenti 9mm was just too weak to be effective. In 1915, the Army tried to repurpose them for use on the ground for infantry troops as a light machine gun, and first deployed during the 12th Battle of Isonzo. However, its design was never modified for ground assault, which meant that it had to be used on a tripod in a fixed position and had a limited range of 200 yards. Its role as a light machine gun was less than stellar. Soldiers tried to make it work, even going as far as mounting them on bicycles, but to no avail. It did see some success, however, once given to the Alpine troops, as it was a lightweight, portable machine gun, something that they lacked while fighting up in the mountains. Eventually, soldiers were able to exploit its strengths and avoid its weaknesses by using slings and harnesses to make it more of a mobile assault weapon, similar to the BAR. In 1918, by request of the Italian army to try and improve upon the Villar Perosa machine gun, the firearms company Beretta picked up the project and began to see what they could do to improve the weapon, and what they did was come up with the Automatico 1918, otherwise known as the Machetto Automatico Beretta M1918. Beretta designer Tullio Maragone took one half of the Villar Perosa and added a wooden carbine shoulder stock to it, as well as standard rifle triggers. He kept the top-loading magazine and the shell ejection port at the bottom of the weapon, while extending the barrel and moving the sights just left of the magazine. It still fired 25 9x19mm Glisenti rounds, but at a rate of 900 rounds per minute. A bayonet was also added to the barrel, and the Automatico became the first conventional submachine gun of the day, beating out the German MP-18 by just a few weeks. By the time it was complete and revealed in late 1918, the weapon did not see a lot of service, as armistice was basically right around the corner. A few guns would manage to survive throughout the years, and would be used in World War II in northern Africa. There was also another version of the Automatico created by the same company who manufactured the Villar Perosa, the Officine Villar Perosa SPA. While similar to Beretta's, they instead gave the weapon dual triggers, one being for semi-automatic fire, the other for fully automatic. This version of the weapon would be known as the OVP M1918. It also had a theoretical range of 800 meters, but reality showed it was closer to 200 meters. By the way, the Officine Villar Perosa, which created both the Villar Perosa machine gun and the OVP M1918, at the time located in Turin, was owned by the automobile company Fiat. So there you have it, everybody, a brief history of the Villar Perosa machine gun and its brother, the Automatico 1918. Tune in next time for another episode of The Real History Of, and if you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Thank you all very much.